Hello, everyone, and welcome to your daily dose of stamping therapy. I hope everyone is doing well on this Monday afternoon of crazy time. So today, as the other days, I am working on doing some kits of some leftover class pieces. Now, technically, I have two different ones here. Maybe we'll start on this one first. This one uses the Magnolia card bases and envelopes, which look like this. They have that fabulous little like silver foil line to them, and then they're just like a craft paper. And they have coordinating envelopes that have that silver border around them as well, but they also have really cute liners too. So these are super cute. The note cards, actually these aren't note card style. So the cards and envelopes come as one set, and then you can also get the Good Morning Magnolia card set. So this is actually the card set that you can use for scrapbooking with the pocket style. So you can drop them in and use them as background pieces, decorative pieces, greeting pieces, decorative pieces, journaling, anything like that. But you can also purchase them and use them for cards. So that's what I am using these for. And I just have a couple leftover cards from some classes that I did. The other thing that I wanted to show you is this actually fits inside that silver. But if you do go with the bigger one, then it covers up the silver. But they're really quick and simple cards. You can also use like that side and then stamp whatever greeting you want inside of it. And they do come with these cute liners. So the liners you'll just drop down in there. And usually I just add a little adhesive to that lip and then press. And then that's all you need. And then whenever I go to fold the lip, I like to fold it and use my bone folder for that nice strong crease because it is like double layered. So I like to make sure that that my bone folder has that nice strong crease. So let's see how many actual cards we have here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, looks like 6, 5 and 6. The card pack also comes with stickers. So there's different stickers that you can use again for that scrapbooking, but you could also use them for some of the card making too. So now I'm just going to go through and stick down my envelopes so that those are all complete. Of course, whenever you're jumping on, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching live, then definitely give me a shout out so that I know that you're watching. And then I can give you a shout out as well. Because for some reason I think I get notifications for some people and some people I don't. Or I'm just not paying attention the whole time. So I miss the pop-up for some and not for others. So definitely say hi if you're stopping in. Again, this is the Good Morning Magnolia cards and envelopes, as well as using the little note card pack that you can use for scrapbooking or for card making. That's all up to you. I like to use it a lot for card making. I started Stampin' Up! As a scrapbooker because I loved the alphabet sets and how I didn't have to buy alphabet stickers for everything because I always ran out. And then since I was super cheap, back in the day. I mean, not that I'm not super cheap now, but I would then take like the Z and make it into a T or other things like that. So I loved alphabet stickers, and that's how, or alphabet stamps, and that's how I got the most addicted to Stampin' Up. But now, to be honest, I technically do more card making than I do scrapbooking. I really like this one, but I actually, I kind of like this one. I just don't care for that greeting. But what I might do is layer those two together. Like, how cute is that? I have 6 of them, so I'm going to try to do each one different just to sort of mix it up. And yes, I know I'm totally adhering this upside down, but that's okay because I'm going to glue this on top of it. Although I probably shouldn't stick it down since I haven't stamped on it yet. So I'm just going to have to be really, really, really careful, or I might use one of these stickers. The stickers are kind of small. That's the bad thing. Like, they're really little rectangles. And so, like, I don't feel like it's going to fill that area very well. So I'm going to set that one aside. And we're going to do something different with that. This side is really cool, too. This one I think I'm going to just stamp in the middle there and embellish with some of the stickers. I really need a lot of thank you notes. Last week I did, let's see, I did anniversary and I did thinking of you. So I think today or this week I might work a little bit more on doing some thank you notes. Remember, if you need someone to send a thank you note to, you can always leave one for your post delivery mailman, mailwoman, whatever it is. I really do like this one. I like that one, but I'm afraid the pattern is going to be hard to stamp on top of. But you could also leave it, I'm out of adhesive. You could also leave a thank you note to any delivery person that you might have coming to your house now, whether that's UPS, FedEx, Amazon, anything like that. So we're super appreciative of those people that are still out working and bringing us the goodies that we need. This one's really pretty. I think this one's going to go up and down. I need to find a really fun, like large greeting to go in this. Okay, I said I wanted to do them different. Ooh, this one's a different one. The other thing is you can also use some of these pieces on the inside to decorate so that it's like the piece that you write on. So like I could always put, this piece is awkward because like it looks like it should go up and down, but then that means this one's upside down. But then having it side to side, it kind of looks weird too. So it's a weird one. Okay. See, like these are great journaling ones, but I definitely don't want those for cards. And this one is just gorgeous. Ooh, look, that's on the other side. But I really like the flowers. But if I did the flowers, I feel like, ooh, I could use one of those stickers maybe. I think I'm going to use those flowers because they're super pretty. And I'm out of adhesive again. That one lasted all of 30 seconds. Okay, I am going to get adhesive and find a good greeting to go on there. So I'm not going to run out of adhesive now. I have those two. And then, ooh, I really like this stamp set. Give me a shout out if you know of a good stamp set I should use. Peaceful Moments has been like my go-to stamp set lately. Ooh, let's do Strong and Beautiful too. Hi Angie, welcome. You miss Fast Fuse? You know, I had a love-hate with Fast Fuse because, you know, you always had that like stickiness if you weren't paying attention. So that was the hate, but it was a really strong, nice adhesive. So I do understand that. I typically use snail adhesive like 90% of the time. Well, I guess if you know me, you know I use dimensionals a lot. So I don't know if I could say 90% of the time, but the majority of the time I do use snail adhesive. And then whenever I'm using something that needs to be a little bit stronger, I use Terran tape. And I love Terran tape better than that old red tape because Terran tape, one, it tears, so I don't have to gummy up my scissors. And two, it's a lot easier to peel off that paper than it is to peel off that red, staticky, plasticky stuff. Sending you thoughts. There it is. Yes to the tape. Yeah. Okay. Sending you thoughts. Let's see. If loving thoughts could boy, I cannot read today. If loving thoughts could heal. I do like that one. Okay. Here's a card. I super love this one. Thank you for being my friend. Is this not the greeting of today's world? It's all messy. The hair, the house, the heart, life. Yep. Okay. Ooh, this one has a really good thank you. Oh, and then I got the Strong and Beautiful because I really like a couple of the greetings. Thank you for always being there for me. I cherish you. My true friend, I know I can always count on you. Yes. Okay. So this one, I don't know. Do I want to do like a greeting across and cover up some of that? I'm going to put that one on the bottom. And we'll kind of see where this takes us. So the greedy or the color of ink I think I'm going to go with is Early Espresso because I think it'll go well with all of these. Then I don't have to worry about going like back and forth between like a green or a possible pink or something like that. So let's get out the thank you from this one. Since I do need thank yous, I can go with a smaller block. Make sure I'm opening them the right way. Simple, quick, fabulous. If you're just jumping on, hi Maureen, welcome. Then give me a shout out so that I can shout out to you guys because sometimes I get messages. This one I'm going to go with a bigger group because it's so huge. So like it's just asking to have a large greeting on it. Baby girl is napping right now, so shh, hopefully she sleeps good. I think this one I'm going to do this I cherish you. Or should I do the unstoppable greeting? They're both about the same size. So, but yes, she's sleeping. She goes down for her nap at 1. And then we just got our bathroom remodeled. You did too, Maureen. I'm loving yours. Are your doors on yet, though? So we now have a tub, aka Claire's swimming pool. So there's that one. And then we still have this one left that I think I'm going to punch something out. Let's see if I already have a pre-punched something in this. I don't. I don't really feel like getting up to get a punch, so we might just use this 1.5 inch circle. Let's see what fits in the 1.5 inch circle. You are loved completely. Ooh, you made my day. That'll be perfect. You made my day. Looking for a smaller scrap piece. And then I think I'm going to back that with another circle punch so I can layer it together. Ooh, I should have stamped it with this 1 1/4. We're going to punch it again and stamp it on this one instead. And then I kind of think I'm going to go with that blush pink color to layer it with. I think it'll make it like pop more and go with those flowers some more. So last week, the question of the day every day was, what's for supper? So we might as well keep that going this week too for some meal inspiration. So let me know what you guys are all having for supper tonight. We are having loaded baked potatoes. Trying to keep it like, you know, exciting so that I don't get super bored. But I also feel like I'm kind of bored and I just want to eat everything in the house. Working really hard to avoid that. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that this greeting should go dead center, off to the side. I don't know. Centered, off to the side. I think we, or like we can also do it up and down or side to side. I think I like up and down and right there in the center because there's like no flowers in that spot. Cute, simple, fabulous. And I actually think I'm going to put this one on the inside so that I can write on it. Super cute. So yeah, this is the Good Morning Magnolia note cards and envelopes, as well as the cards that you can use for scrapbooking. Okay, so let's see how I might want to decorate some of these. Just with like some flowers, some leaves maybe. A lot of these are greetings. I totally could have stamped on that little greeting piece. I don't know. This one I think I might leave alone. This one I think I'm going to add a few leaves. Maybe just one leaf. Like that. And maybe I'll add, let's see what we have for the inside. That to the inside maybe? Sure. I might also add one of these borders. Maybe not. So here's the inside. The border kind of looked weird. I might do that on a different one. So here we have this one. And I think I'm going to add a flower down in the corner with a little leaf. All my stamps just shifted and scared me a little bit. Just added a few flowers for some texture and leaves on that one. And I don't think we have an inside one, so I think I'm going to add those borders. So these little borders here, I'm going to add them on either side. Or maybe I should just do top and bottom. There's two different colors. There's like a light, there's the mint and the old olive, and I'm using the mint. So I'm using the mint off of both. One on the top, one on the bottom. Cute. Okay, then this one. So this one, I think what I'll do is I'll use those two olive ones. Cute. And I think I still have one left. I almost don't feel like you can write on that very well. So these, I think, that one you could write on. That one I might save. And then there's this one. Oh, I have another one of those. But I don't feel like it goes with this card because this card is very masculine looking. So these are all going to go in my scrap bin, which is right there. And since this one's more masculine, I think I'm just going to add some leaves to the inside. Almost like a border. Just like that. Super cute, and cleaned up one of the sheets. Awesome. Okay. So there's a lot of stickers still left after making all those cards and everything, so I can save those for something else, or they might go in the scrap bin. For now, they're going to go on that pile on the floor. Okay. Next set of cards that I'm going to do, this is actually one of the sets of cards for the class that I was going to have this week. So that is this one here. I might actually do, like if you're interested, I can sell the card samples. Like I'll make all the card samples for you, and you could still buy all the samples for the class, because I don't think I'm going to make this one up, because this class actually has all samples using celebration stuff. Hey Beth, welcome. It all uses celebration stuff, so it's not going to be available after the end of March. So this class I probably won't be doing as a makeup class. So if you're interested in the 5 cards that we were going to make at the class, let me know either in the comments or you can send me a message, and I'll do it as like kind of like a to-go class, but I'll make all the samples for you, and then you'll have those to be able to recreate with stuff that you have at home. Or if you just want 5 cards, then you can get it for that reason too, so that you have 5 cards to send out to someone. So this uses the honeybee paper, which is actually a sold out celebration item. I loved this one because it had black and white and gold, and I love that that simplistic look of it. And you can always color the black and white part, or I guess technically the white part, to really add like color and a whole new array of looks to your project. Eating a bowl of ice cream? What kind of ice cream are you eating? We actually had ice cream last night, and it was the last of the carton. So no more ice cream in the house, but I still have mochi in the house. So I'm excited about that. Have you guys ever had mochi? Super fabulous. It's weird. It's super weird. I will admit to that. And normally, like texture crazy things, I'm not a fan of, but I do love mochi. It's awesome. So this little black, I don't know, hexagon piece, it's got that black and gold foil, is going to go on top. And then the honeybee piece with the foil is going to go on bottom. And it's okay if they don't meet up exactly, because we're going to cover that intersection with ribbon. So like there's a little gap there, and it's okay like if it doesn't even meet up like here, because that ribbon is going to take care of that. So we're just going to add that to all of these pieces. If you're just jumping on, then give me a shout out so I can give you a shout out and I know who's on and watching. And I'm just making cards to use up from leftovers from classes. But this one specifically is for a class that's this week that had to get canceled. And if you're interested in getting the 5 samples from this class, then let me know in the comments or shoot me a private message. And I do have limited amounts, so I think there's like 6 or something like that of the packets. Chocolate peanut butter cup. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Although, is it chocolate ice cream with peanut butter cups in it? I'm really not a fan of chocolate ice cream. Actually, for the most part, I could pass on actual chocolate any day. But I can't pass on like regular like sweet stuff. Or I'm more of a vanilla girl. Like I like vanilla with mix-ins rather than chocolate. But a lot of my family is big chocolate people, so we tend to have a lot of chocolate. And I either just pass on it or have something else. Pretty sure Claire went with the rest of my family and her daddy, because they're all huge chocolate fans. And she's a pretty big chocolate person. Although I'm pretty sure she would rather have salty than sweet. It is chocolate ice cream. See, I would probably just pick out the peanut butter cups and leave the chocolate ice cream behind for the next person. I mean, no, I never do that. This is a fairly simple card that you could easily use with any of your designer paper that you have on hand. The two pieces, this measures 4 inches by, actually no, 3 3/4 inches by 3, and then this is 3 3/4 by 2. So you can get a lot of those pieces out of a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and then, you know, you can flip and flop which side of the paper you use. So you can really get a lot of this style of card out of one sheet of designer series paper. And then the ribbon that I went with here is some crushed curry seam binding. And for some reason, seam binding, I like to cut like straight across rather than like at a diagonal. I mean, I do both, but for some reason it just seems like it's not like an elegant ribbon. It's just like a simple ribbon. And so it just, for some reason, seam binding, I tend to do that, which actually is kind of a good thing because seam binding does like to fray really easy. So cutting it straight across is sometimes easier than cutting it at an angle. And then how many Girl Scouts do I have out there? They totally didn't have Girl Scouts in my hometown whenever I was young, or at least I don't think so. So I was not a Girl Scout, but the square knot is the best way to tie knots on your cards because then your ribbon like lays flat and looks smooth. So, for example, if when you tie your knot, see how this goes like smooth side to side? If you tie your knot and your ribbon goes this way and your knot goes this way, that means you did it wrong. Actually, there's no real wrong way. It just looks different and there's nothing wrong with that. But a square knot means that you're going, so it's so hard to explain and do slow and do like backwards. So, okay, so this is my left, this is my right. My left is going to go over my right, and then it's going to go under, and then the other way, that's the first knot. The second knot, my right is going to go over my left. So you want to do opposites. You don't want to do like right over right, right over right. You want to do right over right, left over right. So if you're doing it where both of them are the leaders, like if the right is always the leader or the left is always the leader, then that's where you end up with that cross look, where your ribbon goes up and down, whereas the rest of it goes side to side. So whenever you do it opposites, where the leader is right one time and left the other time, that is when you'll end up with that perfect laying flat knot. And I've done like 5 million videos showcasing how to tie a knot, and I still think that it's very confusing and very hard to do. Like the best way I can do it is to tell you to just keep practicing and paying attention to how you're doing it. And if it comes out wrong, do it different the next time. And then like when you finally get to that, because to be honest, that's actually how I figured it out. So like I said, I'm not a Girl Scout. And I had no clue what a box knot what was it called? Square knot. I had no clue what a square knot was until I was making wedding invitations. And I was doing a knot at the top of all of the wedding invitations. And after doing like 150, I noticed like a lot of them were perfect and a lot of them were not. And I was like, well, how did that happen? So I untied one and figured it out. Unfortunately, it took me all of the invites to finally realize that. but that's okay. I still realized it, right? So it was still a good thing. And that's how I figured it out. And then whenever I was showcasing it at a class, someone said, oh, that's a square knot. It's a Girl Scout thing. So, how was that again? Left over right, right over left. But see, you could also do it the other way. Right over left, left over right. So it doesn't matter which one you start with. You just have to start with the opposite one the next time. I overthink it when tying knots, you know? I really think everyone does, Angie. So I don't feel bad about that at all. A lot of things I find if you just do it, like anytime I'm doing a project and like I'm ripping paper, then at my class, everybody's like, wait, you ripped it? I'm like, yeah, it's the easiest thing ever. Just rip it. And they're like, ooh, I can't do that. And they're trying to do it slow and perfect and crazy. And I'm like, no, just rip it. Just go for it. Just rip it. And guess what? That'll be the best. And I find that like if I'm really nervous about stamping something rather than just winging it, the nervous stamp is the one that's messed up. If I wing it, it's like I nailed it and people think I'm like some magical stamper. Nope, I just wung it. Or the more I try to steady something, like I'm like, nope, just slap it down, boom, you're good. Perfect. Okay, one of the other things I want to show you about knot tying and bows and ribbons and everything else, because I absolutely love ribbon, and I'm trying to get you all to love it too, because I know I have a couple people that come to my classes who hate ribbon, and I'm trying to convert them. So one of the other things is I've tied all of these. They're all at a different spot. You know, some are in the middle, some are off to the side, some are smack dab in the middle, some are way off to the side. So I actually put mine like off to the side with the greeting below it, but you could also put the greeting like over here and put the bow off to the side, or you could center the bow. So if you want to move it after you've already done it, squeeze your paper and then just move it. Just slide it along. You can slide it up and down. You can slide it side to side. You can really do whatever you want with it because you've just released some of that pressure on it, and then you can just easily slide it along and move it around. Okay, then this one is going on the card front. I always like to add a little extra adhesive around the ribbon spot because I feel like that's where it needs a little bit more. Like the cardstock on cardstock is going to be nice and smooth, but that ribbon gives like a little extra oomph, so I want to make sure to put a lot of good adhesive on that spot. This one I feel like is like right in the middle, so that's where he wants to be, and that's where I'm going to leave him. This one is also in the middle, so he's staying there. Also, tell me what your guys' weather is like wherever you're living, because they totally said that it was going to be like 53 degrees today and sunny, and it is not. It is like 40 something this morning when we went for a walk, and the wind chill was like way into the 30s, and it was really not warm, and there's no sun, and that makes me kind of sad because I am so ready for spring. Happy cards. They are happy cards. Humid and cloudy in East Texas. You know, I could take some humidity right now because humidity is usually warm. Although Claire's hair, my daughter, she has super curly hair, and I'm interested to see what happens to that this summer. I have a feeling it's going to get crazy. Like some of her little curls in the back get so super tight up in like back up in here, and yeah, it's absolutely nuts. So I have my hair in a braid today, and like some of my baby hairs are falling out, which is why I have wings back here. But yeah, whenever I get those little curls, I'm like, and I wonder where she got her curly hair. I think for the most part, my hair is just so long that it pulls the curls out. Like, my hair's not that curly. And that, since it's longer and thicker, then it's like, it does get curly, but just little. You are just across town, Beth. I'm glad to hear that the weather is the same over there as it is here. Okay, so I've already punched most of my gold circles and black circles, and so now I just need to do the You're So Sweet, and that is from the Ladybug stamp set. So this Ladybug stamp set is the free stamp set for hostesses, and that can be a hostess party of 350, or it can be like a single order of 350. And you'll automatically get that for free on top of your regular hostess benefits. So I'm just going to pull in a whole bunch of scraps. And I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to punch so that I can try to get... I don't feel like this is the right size. Oh, it is. So that I can make sure that I'm making the most of my scraps and not stamping too close to the edge. And because I have 1,000,001 scraps, I can always punch some more if I need them. I like to keep my white and vanilla scraps right here next to me because I do use so many scraps of them. So they're actually in, I think that's like way too many. So plenty of room for mistakes. But here, here I have this little cart, and I have my vanilla scraps and my white scraps, and then of course I have my chamois right there. So those are always right next to me so that I can easily grab them and use the scraps up before pulling out a full sheet of Whisper White or vanilla. And because like they're perfect for like little greeting pieces and stuff like that. That's a good one. Of course, since I punched extras, I will probably stamp the first 6 or whatever it is perfectly. But if I didn't and I put everything away, that's when you make a mistake, it seems like. It's like stamping karma or something like that. 6, right? Yes. They're good. I'm not even going to clean off the stamp because I feel like that's just like making it go crazy, and I'm going to mess one up because you just never know. One might smear or do something crazy whenever I go to adhere it on. So don't forget that love the chamois. Yes, I do too. It's like the greatest invention ever, and I didn't even think it would be. Like I held on to mine for a long time before actually trying it out, and I still beat myself up over that. Like, I should have given it a chance the second it arrived. And I'm sorry, chamois. But don't forget that celebration does end next Tuesday, March 31st, so that's the last day to get celebration goodies for every $50 that you're spending. There's $50 level items as well as $100 level items. And of course, as a customer or hostess, you can get that little ladybug stamp set too, which is super cute. I will be doing cards using the Ladybug stamp sometime this week. My plan is to get on every single day for your daily dose of stamping therapy during this chaotic time. So this is just some time to kind of get away, relax, and forget about all the chaos. And I hope you guys maybe are stamping with me or getting inspiration to stamp later. But I will also be doing the rest of the cards in that class kit. So one of them includes the ladybugs, and they're super, super cute. Okay, now we just need 1,000,001 Stampin' Dimensionals, and that's the last one on that sheet. I am using up all of my Stampin' Dimensional bits, and it's making me super happy. Like, I don't even know what happened to this one. Someone just cut off the end of it. So I'm doing like a triangle pattern on these circles to sort of have like a levelness. Like if you just put one in the middle, I mean, it would work, but like the image would rock a little, you know, as it fell off the sides of the dimensionals. So see, that's how I like mine. I like to use them like straight across, make it nice and even. But I'm crazy when it comes to dimensionals. They are by far my favorite product. I like the way they add texture and oomph to my card. They make it look a little bit more like 3D and like more than just paper slapped together. And they can really make an image come to life by like making it stand out on the page. Okay, so now it's time to stick them all on. And I'm going to put them in different places. So this one I put off to the side along the ribbon. This one I'm going to put below the ribbon. This one, the ribbon is in the center. And I'm actually going to put the greeting up high in the black for a different look. This one, the ribbon is in the center, but I'm going to put the greeting in the center on the bottom. See how many different looks you can get just by like moving things around a little bit? This one I'm just going to put down in the corner. And this one is going to go along that ribbon again. By placing it over the ribbon, it also helps sometimes secure the ribbon across if you're ever concerned about that too. So those are all of my You're So Sweet honeybee little cards. Like I said, these are in the class that was supposed to happen this week that got canceled. There are 5 total cards for that class, which I will be doing throughout the week probably, hopefully, plan on it. If you are interested in those 5 cards as samples or as, you know, ideas for how to redo them yourself because you wish you could have attended, then let me know in the comments, and I can send you the details where I can send you the finished cards as your samples. You can use them as samples. You can use them to mail them out, whatever you would like, and you guys can still enjoy that class to go, if you will. So like I said, just leave a comment down below or send me a message. There are limited samples as I only have, it looks like 6. So I'm pretty sure I have 6 of all the cards. So it'll be 6 full packets. So just let me know. Don't forget that celebration does end on next Tuesday. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday, in case you were wondering what day it is. I know I'm super off because nothing really defines my days as much anymore. But It is Monday, and yeah, we'll get through all of this chaos. So love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys, and happy stamping. Bye-bye.